Welcome to the Coach Jake Ganus Show, sponsored today by Moody Auto Service, a proud supporter of Moody Blue Devil football. Coach, congratulations on win number 9.
Thank you.
First round playoff win. Big win Friday night.
It was a really big one. You know, playoff wins are, man, they're hard to come by. So super grateful and thankful. My coaches, I mean, they did a heck of a job with the game plan, and our kids went out there and executed. You know, what I was proud of the most, I know we had talked about it on the previous coach show, was the day, handling the day, the circumstances. Charter bus company calls 5:30 in the morning and canceled. Food was over 30 minutes late being delivered, and I gave them a time that was 30 minutes ahead, and so they ended up being an hour late. Kids didn't have silverware. We ate with our hands. And one of our mantras, you know, this year is eat off the floor. That's a Kirby Smart, Georgia thing. But, like, you know, be so hungry, eat off the floor. And our kids literally were in the indoor Alva eating mashed potatoes and hamburger steak with their hands. And so, I love it, the kid that handled it. We get there, and we're told we can't warm up on the field till this time. So we're warming up behind the buses out back that no one even saw. And, man, just one thing after the other, and our kids and really our culture overcame that. And that's a sweatshirt and a mantra we have is culture over circumstances. And so I was just really, really proud of our whole program and how we handled that day.
Let's get into the game a little bit. First quarter, we knew if whoever won the toss was going to take the ball due to limited possessions. They won the toss. They started driving. Did they show you anything different in that triple option?
No, they you know, you can come up with some different variations and different things. You know, I think the pop pass is something that they've been kind of holding on to. They missed it. It was there, but you know, fortunately for us, they missed it. But besides that, it was exactly what we've been practicing for. It was more speed of the game. There's no way to replicate how fast they do it, how low their O-line fires out, and how good those slot backs are, and really the big fullback who hadn't been playing much lately, but who is very, very good. There was just no way to replicate that at practice. So once our kids kind of got the speed of the game down, I thought they settled in.
They had a good drive going. You held them to a 40-yard field goal. We get the ball. They kick off to us. 2 big fourth down conversions on that first drive. We get in. Finally, Charlie hits Blaine on a pass to go up 7-3. Kind of in control of that game, the game Friday night. Your defense, I just can't talk enough about that defense.
Yeah.
Man, it was a great performance.
Especially held them to 150 yards rushing. And they're probably averaging 350, 400 a clip. I mean, they're unbelievable at what they do. That was a really, really good football team. We went up and played and beat, and defense stood up, did a great job. You know, we knew you had to start with tackle and dive, and that's something that we did consistently because that's how they start to kind of weigh on you and wear on you. And toward the end of the games is when you see them really start to break those long runs just right up the middle. And I thought our kids stayed disciplined. They did their job. And but we played complementary football. You know, the 2 times we had to punt, we pinned them on the inch line, and they fair caught one around the 8. So I was really proud of just overall the complementary football we were able to play, and you know, really, really happy with that win.
I was going to talk to you about Caleb's punting. I mean, all year long. It's just unreal. So I know at the end of the first quarter we're up 7-3. Second quarter we force them to punt, and then Blaine kind of goes out for a little bit. Then Jacob Hadaway comes in, and bam, 54-yard run.
How about that?
Wow.
So you know I had said it in previous. I think after the Leeds game we had talked about Hadaway playing some run back. You know, that was the plan all year. He got hurt and wore a club for his first 5-6 games, and so we didn't really feel comfortable with him at running back. But getting Blaine at receiver gives us another element there, and then giving Hadaway at running back gives us an element at running back. You know, he's downhill. He's a one-cut guy and go, but he's a lot faster than you would think. And he does a great job and just kind of adds another element to our offense. And we hit that play. O-line did a great job blocking it up, and it creased.
So you're up 14-3. They get the ball. They get a little drive. They attempt a long field goal. You get the ball back with a little over 2 minutes left. Had a great drive, but then the offsetting penalties kind of hurt there at the end of the first half. So you go in up 14-3. Third quarter, it's just back and forth, back and forth. We get to the fourth quarter, we get our groove, we go up with a touchdown, 21-3. then the onside kick.
Mm-hmm.
What was the decision to do an onside kick then?
Yeah, so we liked the look for that onside kick. We practiced it. You know, it looked good at practice, but obviously he just kind of pulled it and ended up kicking it right to me, about 6 yards, you know, and out of bounds. But that needed to be obviously past 10, and defense was playing well. You know, held them, and man, what was exciting about that was we forced a 4-and-out right there. After that one, they score on the next drive after we punt. But man, just like for the defense, you know, to have that trust and confidence in your defense to do that up 21-3, give them the short field, because at that time, you know, I didn't feel like they had enough time to score 3 times. You know what I mean? They could have gone down the field on us. It would have taken them longer than however much time was left. And, again, felt good, liked the look, don't regret it, wish we could have got it. But we're going to be aggressive. That's who we are. That's just something that's in my DNA and in our program's DNA. And you never regret, you know, being aggressive, in my opinion. So I just, you know, trust the look and go for it.
I want to talk about that defensive stand you had when you had the onside kick not go our way. It was a 4th down, and I hope Eric can show it on the coach's show. About 8 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the ball game. It's 4th down, and Zane Smith makes an incredible play. Kind of touch on that a little bit.
Yeah.
What they were running.
Yeah. So was that the sack?
That was the one that had the screen, almost the screen on 4th down, and Zane just read it all the way.
Oh, yeah. So we, you know, Zane – he's, you know, one of the smartest players I've had the privilege of coaching. And, man, our linebackers do a great job. But he it's tough to run screens. You know, I think you've seen him kind of throughout the year and even last year kind of sniff those out.
Yeah.
And that's just that just goes with being just a really smart, cerebral football player, you know, knowing the down and distance, knowing the situation, and then also knowing where my coverage is. And we talk about, as linebackers, we're action to coverage, meaning – you know, our action's the run, responsibility, and then our coverage. Well, being the inside backer, normally your action is your coverage. So his eyes were great, and he played it the right way and made a huge play for us there.
It was a big, I won't say momentum because, I mean, you had the game in control, but it just put a stamp on your defense of, hey, we're here and we're going to take care of business. It was a great win, Coach. I know CJ had a good night. I believe he had 132 yards and a touchdown pass, and Blaine – hit that 100-yard mark with 141 yards. But your defense set the tone early, so congratulations on that first-round win.
Thank you. Yep.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about Russellville. You're watching the Coach Jake Ganus Show, sponsored today by Moody Auto Service.
What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
What if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he tramples him and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back and he tramples him some more and he's like, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
As respected industry leaders, we are here.
Working hard for you.
In an effort to provide you with
excellence in sports medicine.
And excellence in sports injury prevention.
We're here for the coaches, athletic trainers and mentors
who are shaping the next generation of legends.
We are here to help keep your kids and family
safe and healthy.
We are here for you.
Aggressively pursuing
victory over injury.
Welcome back to the Coach Jake Ganus Show, sponsored today by Moody Auto Service. Joining me now on the show is defensive lineman Cam Mallory and wide receiver Josiah Dozier. Guys, welcome to the Coach Jake Ganus Show. Cam, I want to talk to you first. I've watched you last year as a true freshman playing 5A ball, which is huge. A lot of people don't understand how big it is for a freshman to play 5A ball. Now you're a sophomore, and you're so fun to watch. I don't know if you watched any of the 411 Network, but me and Brett Staggs and Willie have a fun time calling the game when you're in there. So talk about the Scottsboro game a little bit.
Yes, sir. It was really fun. I just liked playing assignment football, doing my job, and we made some really big plays.
So Friday night, you're back here at the Bill.
Yes, sir.
Big game with Russellville. Thoughts about Russellville?
Their O-line's really solid. Great footwork. They double team really well. But I think if we play physical, and we do our job, we'll be all right.
Be in good shape.
Yes, sir.
Has any colleges reached out to you?
No, not really. I've talked to a couple of.
Yeah, starting to gain some interest now.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's great. A couple of off-topic questions here. Who's your favorite professional athlete?
Micah Parsons.
Michael Parsons. Favorite professional football team or any team?
Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys.
Yes,
That's a good one. So what type of music do you like?
I like rap. I like J. Cole a lot, but lately I've listened to a lot of old school rap, like Outkast and like.
Oh, okay,
2000s,
yeah.
sir.
So what's your favorite subject in high school? And you can't say PE, which PE is a good subject. Don't want to get in trouble.
Probably history.
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 Is who's your teacher?
Coach
Gaines?
No, Coach Cash. Coach Cash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. So favorite food to eat?
Wings.
Wings.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, Cam, enjoy talking to you, and good luck Friday night against Russellville.
Yes, sir.
Josiah.
Yes, sir.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Going good.
Yes, sir.
Thoughts about Friday night? You had a big catch down there.
Yes, sir. It was a pretty fun experience for me. I was just happy that I was able to get out there with the seniors, give them one more chance to come make a run, and I'm trying to do the best I can to get Elmont back on the field too. Yeah. So I'm just taking every little step by step, trying to make it through.
You had a good game. So Friday night, we're back here at the Bill, and I like it when the players look at the crowd and try to get the crowd up. We need the crowd to be loud Friday night against Russellville. Thoughts about the game Friday night?
Yeah, it was super loud. I didn't think it was gonna be that loud. And like you were saying about the 12th man, about the fans, I really appreciate the fans coming and supporting and being loud. But it was a really good, fun atmosphere out there.
So Friday night, we need them to be loud again.
Louder.
So thoughts about Russellville?
They're really disciplined. They play the fire zone very, very well, very well. They got a good secondary, good corners. And I just think if we game plan well and just stick to the fundamental stuff we've been doing and keep doing what we've been doing, we'll be straight and we'll come out with a win.
Well, good luck Friday night. We're looking forward to a big game from both of you.
Yes, sir.
A little 5 questions or 4 or 5 questions, maybe more than that, off topic subject. So, favorite subject in high school to take?
PE. I'm just kidding. I'd probably go history as well, Coach Cash. He's a very, very, very fun teacher.
Okay. Favorite food?
Mom's cooking still.
Mom's cooking.
Firm on it.
Yeah. Don't get in trouble now.
I'm not. Can I go with 2?
Yeah.
I like Chick-fil-A.
Chicken.
Well, chicken nuggets,
Yeah. Well, you can't go wrong. You like that new sandwich they have? That
I haven't really tried it. I'm not really into chicken sandwiches at Chick-fil-A. I like chicken nuggets.
So, favorite music?
Still Lil Baby.
Little Baby. Can you give us a little bit of Little Baby without getting in trouble?
Nah.
So, what do you plan on being when you finish school, if you go to college? Have you started thinking about the future for Josiah?
Yes, sir. I want to be a professional football athlete or any professional athlete, whatever God's plan is for me to be. I'll be that. But I have backup plans. If sports don't work, I'll become like a nurse.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, good for you. Have you talked to Davion any?
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday.
Did you give him some smack last week with them Auburn Tigers?
Yeah. I really don't talk much about the sport. He was giving me advice on how to keep going and stay focused on high school ball. And yesterday he was talking to me about how I played. What game was that? St. Clair. Yeah. He's still stuck on my fumble. He doesn't like that at all.
Well, that's all right. It happens.
Yeah.
We enjoyed talking to both of y'all today.
Yes,
we're looking forward to a great game Friday night. Remember, it's a big game, home game, but when we come back, we'll talk to Coach Ganus about the Russellville game. You're watching the Jake Ganus Show, brought to you today by Moody Auto Service.
Play hard, play to win. But when sports injuries occur, you can rely on Encore. Our professional team treats all types of sports-related injuries for athletes of all ages. Our licensed therapists work closely with the patient, your family, and physician to get you back into action quickly and safely. At Encore, we love to see you move. Log on to EncoreRehab.com for a location near you.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
Welcome back to the Coach Jake Ganus Show, sponsored today by Moody Auto Service. Coach, you're back home at the Bill, second round of the playoffs, and we're playing Russellville Golden Tigers. Moody's had a little history with that team over the years. Hadn't gone Moody's way, so thoughts on the game Friday night?
Man, we're really excited. Russellville is a perennial playoff contender. I think they've played in 109 playoff games total compared to our 19. So they are expected to be there. They do a great job. They're well coached, going to travel well, bring a lot of fans.
They will, yep.
Just really excited for the challenge. You know, this is obviously, you know, never necessarily been there, but growing up, if you're a high school football fan or if you played high school football, you've heard the name. So just really excited. See if our kids, we're gonna have a great week of practice. You know, it's about us. You know, it's a standard that we play to, and I feel like right now, if we continue to play that standard, we'll have a chance versus anybody. But it's the playoffs, and anything can happen.
Yeah.
And the ball can bounce any which way every Friday night, and so you gotta do your best all week to prepare for everything you can. And then, you know, at the end of the day, it's just what team wants it more.
What type of defense do they run?
They're an odd. They're a 3 down, so like a 3-4. They'll play quarters. They'll play country 3. They'll play form a fire zone. They do a really good job. They are very multiple in where they bring their 4th and 5th guys from. They've got good 2 good safeties, good corners, big D-line, very physical, similar to ours, and 2 inside backers that do a really good job stopping the run. So, you know, we'll have our hands full. It'll be another tough test for our offense. They're, you know, giving up about 14, 15 a game, which is really good, I think, in high school football. So excited for that challenge, though.
It looks like the offense runs some type of spread offense. Can you touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, so they've spread it out. But they got a running back.
Yeah.
He's a sophomore. You know, and he's special. He's really, really good. He's probably top 5 in the state in rushing yards. This past game versus Fairfield, you know, they got a little heavy with their personnel and kind of pounded on them and ran it at them. But other games, they've thrown it a bunch of quarterbacks. Very, very talented kid. They got 2 or 3 receivers that can go.
Yeah.
Big O-line. So, you know, right now I think they're the number 3 offense in the state. Scottsboro was number 2. I think we knocked them down a little bit, and now we'll get our defense gets another top 5 offense coming in here. So it's going to take all of us, special teams included, and but again, I know my kids are up for the challenge, and so, you know, we're excited.
Well, we're looking forward to Friday night. For the Moody fans, 411 Nation, we need you to be here, to be loud and proud. We need that 12th man.
Yep.
We need a big time atmosphere here, Coach. I mean, we need it. If you want to speak on that a little bit.
Yeah, you know, they one thing that I know, and again, never been to a game, but I know that Russellville, it's tough to win there. I've heard that from 1,000 different people, coaches, players. And if you go look at their history and their records in the playoffs and in regular season, they're tough to beat at home. They create that 12th man like you're talking about. And so they're going to bring charter, but there'll be about 6-7 charter buses, an 18-wheeler equipment trailer, and they're going to bring their fans. So we need to show up, and our fans are awesome. We traveled so well to Scottsboro. It was loud. They were engaged, and I couldn't be more thankful to our fans that made that trip. And now it's a short trip down 411 for most of us, and it's time to go.
It is time to go. So you heard the challenge from Coach Ganus. We need everybody here to fill the bill Friday night. You can also watch the game on the 411 Network through the NFHS website. You have to buy a subscription to that. You can do a monthly or a yearly. And we appreciate all those who bought one this past Friday night and was able to watch the game. I did hear from some saying the internet buffed a lot, but we had limited internet service at Scottsboro, but we were able to watch the game on a delay now through YouTube channel. So we're looking forward to having everybody here Friday night. And thanks again, Coach, for taking the time
Absolutely.
to talk to us. And we'll next week we'll talk to Coach Ganus about the Russellville game. You've been watching the Jake Ganus Show, sponsored today by Moody Auto Service.